All right,
Let's get this party started.
let's go. What is up, Boffer Gang?
Hey
We
guys.
have Anna Rose Baker with us.
Hi guys, Manna Rose. Nice to meet you.
Welcome back to the crib.
I'm so glad to be back. Well, there's been some upgrades. You have mics now.
I have mics
This is
now.
awesome. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, congrats on graduating.
Thanks.
We have a graduate in the house.
High school graduate. A very scared high school graduate. But yeah, going to Chicago in a couple months for college. So I'll be splitting my time, Memphis and Chicago. Hopefully that'll be good for the music, more exposure, but we'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have some like connects there? Are you getting familiar?
I've like met a couple people just like using like, because like now there's like college pages that like are for specifically meeting new people. So I've just been like, are there any people that make music? Like, do you want to be my friend? And try to find a roommate. That didn't work, but met some cool people. Hopefully it'll start gelling like when I'm there.
Of course.
And I'm just gonna bring my guitar with me and hope that people won't like throw trash at me.
Yeah. It's a girl and her guitar.
Yeah, that's who I am.
All right, let's talk about your new single, All My Doing.
Oh yeah.
First of all, the rollout is incredible.
Thanks.
As a marketing girly, we love to see it.
Appreciate it. I try.
Yeah. So what was the inspo behind the song and then the rollout?
Yeah. Well, the song is basically just about like realizing that you kind of like ruined, whether it be like a relationship or a situation or something like that you yourself ruined it, and like there's no one else to blame except for really you. And obviously, I feel like it's human nature to want to run away from that feeling and not be like, oh yeah, it's my fault, because you don't. It sucks if you like that. But the song is basically just like sitting in the feeling of like, wow, I messed up bad, and I have to grow from that. And so that's what the song is about, just like realizing that you were the problem in the situation, taking accountability for it. And the rollout, I mean, I always try to be kind of funny with my rollout. Like, I just make videos on them with my friends and stuff. But I also had this idea to kind of like, did you see what Chappell Roan did for like The Giver, about how she kind of like made some ads where she was like seeming like a lawyer or like a dentist or like all that stuff? I remember I'd always thought it would be cool to do a kind of ad kind of like that. But then when I saw Chappell Roan did it, I was like, I don't want to copy her. But then I did it anyways because I had the idea a while ago, but I just executed it a little bit differently. And yeah, I like got this phone number that people could call that I put like on these posters where it, like I'm kind of portraying myself as like, I don't know if it's like a relationship therapist or a lawyer or whatever it may be, but just like with like taglines that have to do with the song. And then people have been calling the number, so I think it's working. I don't know. And yeah, it's just been kind of, I try to do it all like very kind of ironically and not too serious.
I'm gonna flash the number.
Oh yeah, call it. Call it.
I also love your wheat paste posters.
Yes, thank you. I have even more to do. The rain's been like destroying them, which sucks that we got like torrential rains like right after I did it. But yeah, I put a bunch of posters up in like Cooper Young and Overton Square. I did some like just like on big intersections like in East Memphis. I'm gonna go downtown this weekend and do some. But yeah, I think wheat pasting is so fun. It's such like a classic way of like marketing, and I just make my friends come do it with me and it's fun and I like it. Yeah.
You have the most supportive friends too.
I really do. They put up with a lot. They help me with my merch, with my promotion, with like music videos, which I am doing a music video for All My Doing. It'll just be a little bit, but give me time.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
You're also really good at self-promoting, especially like just being so young and like really advocating for yourself. I feel like that's really hard to do as an artist at any age. So like, have you always been good at that, or is that something that you kind of developed over time?
I would say it's probably been something that developed over time. I started really taking music seriously like my freshman year of high school, and me freshman year is a completely different person than I am now. I was like super introverted, and I was like, I was really listening to a lot of like folk music, like Joni Mitchell and stuff. And I was just like, I'm gonna write my songs and let the art speak for itself. And I think over time I realized you do have to kind of push it out and kind of make yourself known, because otherwise people really won't pay attention. I mean, if you're lucky, maybe. But yeah, I definitely haven't always been like that. I think my philosophy around it had to kind of change, because I used to be like, oh man, I hate the system. You have to like, push yourself out there and make yourself look like a fool. But like, you can't really change it. So I just try to kind of make fun of it and have fun while I'm doing it. And I think I started doing that like maybe a year ago, and it's been super fun. And it's become kind of like my shtick, just to kind of like make funny videos and not take it too seriously. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And two, I think the more content you create, it's like, what do I have to lose from this,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. It's like, and no one really cares that much. There's so much content that people are seeing every day, especially on like Instagram and TikTok, that's just like mind numbing, and it's just so crazy. You're going through this like, it can be like a super sad video to a crazy like funny video, and like it's just like, honestly, no one's gonna remember it in the grand scheme of things unless it goes like really viral, but hasn't happened yet. Maybe one day. But so I just don't take it too seriously.
Yeah. And honestly, if they have time to hate on you, then, you know,
Literally, I'm still taking up time in like their headspace, and that's what really
free
matters.
rent.
Yeah.
How did you approach this song versus your songs with Clarity?
hmm Um, I think with this song, I wanted to go with like a lot more of like a heavier sound. Um, when I wrote it, like I wrote it on just like I write all my songs just on acoustic guitar, like, and then I will kind of workshop it with the band later. I mean, this one I workshopped a little bit more with the band than I have before, because all my songs that I'd written for Clarity were already done by the time that like I had met a band, but this one was still in the process of writing while I had access to like, practice with the band and stuff. So I remember my bassist, who's also my brother, Zach Baker, came up with like a super cool like bass line, and it kind of, I was like, we should like leave space for that and like the bridge, and like that's the first time I've had like a big instrument, not like a big, but like a instrumental bridge where there's just like a whole like guitar solo and like kind of a break from music. And so I think letting the music speak more than the lyrics kind of was something I did with this song. And then also, yeah, just looking to heavier inspirations. Like I was listening to like a lot of like shoegaze and like Midwest emo and like just like 90s alternative like female like bands. And yeah, I think just heavier and also focusing more on like the sonic like side of it rather than like the lyrical side of it, and like
Yeah,
letting the, because I used to be more like lyrically focused, but just chilling out on that a little bit. Yeah.
that's cool.
hmm
I was going to ask if your brothers were on this one with you.
Yeah, my brother Zach plays bass on this song for me, and then my brother Joseph, he played on all the songs for Clarity, but he's stepped away temporarily. He's writing a book right now. I'm trying to like, I don't want to bother you with that. He's also in his own band right now. Um, Will Hilliard from Shorty and the Grooves, he's the frontman of Shorty and the Grooves. He stepped in as lead guitarist, and I really like the stuff that he's doing. He has like a more of like an indie, like the classic like indie boy like kind of guitar playing. And I asked him to do something on this song that was like kind of like American football vibe, and I was like, can you do this? I played him a part of a song, and he just like did it, and I was like, that's perfect. But yeah, it's been really fun. He's been a cool addition to the band.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
been
love
cool.
that. So you graduated,
I did.
you dropped an EP, dropped
hmm
another single,
Yeah,
doing shows,
all of it.
doing mud camp.
Mud camp. Yeah.
So how do you balance like growing up, being a teenager, going through high school, and also being an artist?
I don't. Just kidding. I do, kind of. I would say it's, for a while this past year, like school year, I kind of was lacking with my promotion stuff. When Clarity came out, I was like really pushing, pushing, pushing. And then when it came out, like after it came out, I just kind of like stopped. And I don't know. I think I got distracted just from like my personal life. I was like, the beginning of my senior year, I was like, oh, whatever, I can just have fun. Which like, I don't regret that too much, but I do wish that I'd focused a little bit harder. But it's hard to do because there was a lot going on. So yeah, I think now it's definitely just making time for everything individually, because I also like have a job, and I'm like trying to get ready to go away to college, and I also like, want to have fun. And so it's just trying to schedule everything and not going into it blindly, because when you go into it blindly, it's just super messy. And that's kind of what I was doing a couple months ago, and I was like, that's not going to work. So scheduling everything out, making time for stuff definitely works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's something about your creative process that people would be surprised about? Ooh.
Hmm. I think I never write a song like all in one sitting, which I don't know if people think that that happens for artists, or like usually it takes me about a month to write a song, and not because I like just can't write. It's just because I will second guess myself so much and be like, I'll try a million different lines in one spot, and I'll try a million different like chord progressions, and I'm just like, I really want this to be right. And I think the songs, they sound pretty straightforward. So like it's not like anything, I'm not doing anything crazy with the guitar or anything crazy with like vocals. So it seems like, oh, that wouldn't take that long. But I really take time to make sure everything fits right in its right place, especially in the studio. Like I'll just, my producer Matt Qualls, I'll just be like, can we just move that? Can we change that? Or can we just like test that out? I'll just like ask to hear all these different options, even if we don't end up using it. So I think the detail that goes into it doesn't show at the surface because it's pretty straightforward and not complicated, but there's definitely a lot of like detail that goes into it
Yeah.
for sure.
Um, okay. So as a teen girl
Oh yeah.
and a songwriter,
Mm-hmm.
do you ever feel pressure to make music that people your age would think is cool? Or is it kind of hard or scary to be vulnerable knowing like that you'll be perceived in high
Yeah,
school?
it both. I mean, I think a big thing for me with making, with like trying to make myself like a name in like the Memphis like local music scene is like there's definitely different demographics, and I think one of those demographics that I see the most is obviously like the high school, like people will go to like house shows or go to shows and like with their friends and take pictures, and they, most of them aren't really, or a lot of the shows that I've been to, people won't be there for the music, and they'll kind of be there as a social event. And I think there's nothing wrong with that because we're in high school, but I think trying to make myself prominent in a place where people aren't really there to listen is hard. But then if you do it enough, you'll find people that actually do want to listen. And I've found a lot of people that like actually really do like my music and like are really kind people like at shows like that, where I was like, oh, no one's paying attention right now. They're just like here to hang out, which is fine again. But um kind of, it's been hard to find a place where I fit, I feel like, because a lot of my songs are sadder and not, people don't want to dance to them, and people want to go out and have fun, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm a Debbie Downer right now, but someone will like this Debbie Downer song, someone will like it, and it'll be great. And I've tried to transition to playing, some more upbeat like covers and stuff that way. So if I'm playing all these depressing songs, if I play like Red Wine Supernova by Chapel Roan, maybe someone will be happy with it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but Taylor Swift wasn't playing Dear John at high school parties, you
that's
know?
true.
So
Hmm. If she was, I would have been there, and I would have been listening to it. I love Dear John. Um, but yeah, and I think it's also hard to be kind of vulnerable in those spaces because I feel like in Memphis, everyone not in, okay, in Memphis high school like scene of like the East Memphis Midtown like area, I feel like everyone knows everyone. And I think that's true for like most high school like situations, like, and it's awkward. And so putting myself out there as, making myself vulnerable when I'm in my music is just kind of, I don't really think about it that much. But when I do, I get really uncomfortable and I'm like, oh, like I'm like really like letting it all out in front of these like high schoolers that probably like don't know me very well and might not like me or whatever. But it's just like I have to pretend that that's not the case, because again, the people that will like it will like it. People that will make fun of it will make fun of it, and I don't hang out with those people, so I think it's fine.
totally
Yeah,
cool.
it's chill.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I feel like college is going to be your sweet spot.
Yeah, I hope. I'm definitely scared because my band is here, and so I'll be going to Chicago, just kind of like starting all over again with my acoustic, like I did like when I was a freshman, and so it'll kind of be like a rebirth. It'll be a restart kind of era for me, but I'm excited And I think I'll get a lot of inspiration like living in a big city. I think I'll be writing a lot, and I'll try to perform as much as I can and meet people. And then I'll be coming back for like 6 weeks at a time because the school I'm going to is like on like a quarter system, so it's like I have a lot of time um in between like school sessions, and so I'll be home a lot and I'll be able to like record hopefully when I'm back and do shows and stuff. So hopefully it won't be too much of a change, but just enough of a change.
Wait, Bitchbopz needs to come to Chicago.
Yes, come on a Bitchbopz Chicago tour. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love it.
We're manifesting.
Yes. That'd be awesome.
Okay. We're going to play a little bop game.
Bop game.
So, because your song is All My Doing, you're clearly the problem.
I am.
This game is red or green flag. So, I'm going to give you some personality traits of a potential partner.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me if that's a red or a green flag.
Okay. Should I elaborate or just tell you straight up?
I would love some elaboration.
Okay. Cool.
Always.
Got it.
Okay. Wrote their best song about you.
So this is insinuating that we had already dated or something?
Yes.
Or
current partner.
Oh. Green flag? I would be flattered as long as it's positive. Is the song positive? I don't know. If it's positive, green flag. If it's negative, I'd just be like a little confused. So maybe red flag. That's a toss up, but most likely green flag.
Okay. This is a person that you're into.
I've never dated a musician also.
Oh.
I think if someone wrote a song about me, I'd be like confused because I'm the one that does that. I would actually, I'd say red flag because I don't want to date a musician. So if they wrote a song about me, I'd be like, that's weird. I don't want to involve myself. So red flag.
Fair.
I changed my mind.
Has the same music taste as your dad.
Green flag. My dad has really good music taste. He has like a mix of like, he likes like protest music and like Carsey Blanton and people like that. And he also he loves Clairo. My dad loves Clairo. And Boy Genius, but also like the Beatles. And I mean, honestly, he kind of has the music taste of like a teen lesbian. So like it's not.
He's a bopper.
It's not literally. It's not unlikely that I would find a potential partner that has the same music taste as my dad. So green flag. They could get along. I don't know.
Says Taylor Swift is overrated.
Man or woman? Because this is important. Okay. If it was a man, I'd be like, yeah. I don't know. Okay. Red flag, but I would need to. I don't know because I used to be a big Taylor Swift fan, like crazy Taylor Swift fan.
I know this about you.
And now I'm like, calm down. And I do think she's semi overrated, not overrated. I think her music over the influence is not. The influence is important. She's a great songwriter. I don't love her recent work, but overall, not overrated. So I guess I'd say red flag. And I just need to talk to them about it. Because I kind of agree with them, but I'm also like, maybe not overrated, but like maybe like a little questionable at times.
Yeah.
As a person.
Makes you a playlist after the first date.
Like a playlist that's about me or just a playlist?
Just a playlist.
I don't know. That's hard. Because that's sweet, but it's, did we know each other before the first date? Like, what are the, I would say, that's so hard. That's so hard. Let's have her the first date. Red flag. Because they're too interested too fast. And also, like, I feel like they're trying to impress me with the songs. They don't actually really listen to the songs. Like, I feel like they're, like, just go to my Spotify and, like, look at what I listen to and just try to cater to that and, like, just be yourself.
Right.
But after the second date,
right,
playlist is fine.
Like, they don't know you like that.
Yeah, I'm like, why do you think I would listen to this? But if I'm really into them, then I'd probably be fine with it. I don't know. I'm not good at this.
Plays guitars at parties.
Red flag. Very big red flag, especially if you're a man. I feel like dudes that play guitars at parties have a different vibe about them. They're not bad people. It's just like a different vibe that I'm not into. I don't even play guitars at parties, and like I play guitar, but I remember I was like at a party a couple like weeks ago, and they were like they had a guitar and like it was like a bonfire, and like I was thinking about it, and I was like, it's just not the time. It's not right. So red flag.
Goes to every single one of your shows.
Do I know them already?
No.
Green flag? Because they're supportive? I mean, yeah. As long as they're not like doing any crazy shit, like thanks for the support. Yeah, no, yeah, green flag. That's nice. I appreciate it.
Doesn't know Chapel Roan.
I don't know if I would be talking to you. Again, if this was a man, it's fine. Like I would get it. I'd be like, it's fine. It's not necessarily a red flag, but it's also not a green flag. Is there like a gray flag? Is there somewhere in the middle?
Yeah.
I would say that's a gray flag because I'm like, how, first of all, how do you not? Just because of the internet
Right.
and stuff. But maybe it's good that they're not on the internet like that. Maybe that's a green flag. If they like super hate Chapel Roan, that's a red flag. But if they're just not like kind of keeping up with it, that's fine. So cut somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Says they don't cry.
Are they telling the truth? Like they don't cry?
Yeah. I don't know this person. It's like,
I'm like what is their name? I keep asking you questions. I'm like,
this is not a setup.
Come on out. And they're like, why did you say that about me? No. And I'm always like, is this like a boy or girl? Do I know them already? I'm asking all these questions. I'm trying to guess who it is. Wait, what was the question again? Do they cry?
They don't cry.
They don't cry. Again, I feel like it's like a gray flag. I guess more towards the red flag side because I want you to be in touch with your emotions. But like, it's like, oh hi,
I know.
It would still be in the middle as much as it can be, but more towards the red flag because you should be in touch with your emotions. But like, if you're a crybaby, like, and you're crying all the time, that's different.
For sure.
And I'm a crybaby, so that's saying
there can only be one.
Yes,
and it's me.
It's me, and it's not going to change.
And I'm the problem.
Always.
And it's all my doing.
It is all my doing, and I can't change a thing, and it's all my fault. There you go.
And where can we stream it?
Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music. Just Anna Rose Baker. Look it up. Listen to it.
What's coming up for you? You got any shows planned? I mean, you got a music video on the way.
Yeah, music video on the way. Don't know when, but I promise I'm working on it. I'm just like making it with this really bad camcorder that I have, and I'm just trying to put it together. Something cute. And then our performances. I know I have one coming up on the 26th at oh my gosh, what's it called? Wait, Hernando's Hideaway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have one coming up there. There's like a touring band that's I'm opening for, and then maybe one the 21st. I don't have that confirmed yet, but there are gonna be like 2 in June. That's all I can say. And for more information, just go to my Instagram, Anna Rose Baker Music, or Anna Rose B Music. Sorry, I'm like, I didn't sleep at all last night.
I mean, you're throwing mud. It's fine. Busy girl. Well, thanks for being here. I'm honored.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Yeah.
It's so cozy in here, and I love it.
Yeah. And next time you come, it'll be even more
upgraded. There's gonna be like a full crew.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be incredible, and maybe my life will have gotten even worse since the last time that I was here.
I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it.
All right, later.
Bye.